Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Hispanic Chamber Connection. This is a radio program that features and promotes members of the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. This show is broadcast from Lone Star Community Radio in downtown Conroe and can be heard at 104.5 and 106.1 FM or on the internet at irlonestar.com, or you can watch us as a Facebook Live on the Hispanic Chamber's Facebook page at Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber. This program is sponsored by the Lupe Martinez Insurance Agency, the one you need to know right here in Conroe. If you need insurance coverage for home, auto, or anything you care about, please give the Lupe Martinez Insurance Agency a call at 936-756-1166 or visit her website at www.lupemartinez.com. My name is Tom Brody, the Found Money Guy, and if you own a commercial building and would like it to work for you by putting money in your pocket instead of you just putting money into the building, please give me a call at 713-906-3710. I'm joined today by my co-host of the show, Janice Marino, also known as My Favorite Stylist. Janice, how are you today?
I am loving this. It's not super cold, but it's cooler than what it was.
Chillier a little bit, yeah. So please tell us what you do and how people can get in touch with you.
I am a hairstylist located in Old Town Spring. You can call or text me at 719-205-4734.
Very good. All right. Well, our guest today, who's running a little bit late, she got caught in traffic, is Veronica Corona. She's a branch manager with Homeland Title Company, and she's going to be with us here in a few minutes, but we're going to continue on until she gets here. So let me tell you about the purpose of the show. The Hispanic Chamber Connection is one of the many benefits of membership in our chamber. So if you're a member and haven't appeared on this radio program, please send me an email to tom@tombrody.biz, and we'll get you on the calendar. The Chamber also has a radio show in Spanish on Thursdays at 10 o'clock on AM station 920. The Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, the business chamber of choice, has 3 goals in mind for its members. Number 1, visibility. Number 2, business connections. And number 3, targeted education. And there's really no better way to fulfill all of these goals than to have your business featured on one of our radio programs. So if you have questions for our guests, please post them to our Facebook live stream, which can be found on the Hispanic Chamber's Facebook page at Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber, and Janice Marino will make sure we address your questions on air. So the Hispanic Chamber has a very robust website also that includes an online calendar that lists all of our upcoming events, and to visit our website, please go to www.mytexaschamber.com. And speaking of events, Janice, why don't you tell us what's happening in the chamber? What happened in the chamber last week?
Well, last week we got to speak to Mr. George Herrera about how to save money on your electric bill. On the 2nd, we had our networking lunch there in the Woodlands at Spring Creek Barbecue. Then, of course, we had our Spanish radio show on, was it Thursday? Mm-hmm. And then on the 5th, we had a small business success meeting at the chamber office.
Very good. And so what's coming up in the next 2 weeks? A lot of stuff coming up in the next 2 weeks.
Yes, there is. It's like a whole list of stuff. So tonight at 5:30, at the Holiday Inn in Shenandoah, we're going to be doing our Latinas Unlimited, and it's going to be a special meeting because we have Miss Keitha Paget. She was actually on our show a couple weeks ago.
That's right, I remember.
Yes, she's a very, very interesting person with her book, Braving Mountains, and we're going to go a little bit more in depth. I'm going to be asking questions, so yes, I will be there.
So you're the MC or the hostess, or?
You know what? I'd like to call myself the Mistress of Mayhem, but yes.
Okay, well, very good. That's one way.
Yes.
Okay.
And then also we have a ribbon cutting for Mr. Elmer and Evelyn Teo with their Alliance.
Advanced Planning Systems, right?
Advanced Planning, yes. They have their ribbon cutting tomorrow at 5:30.
Right.
Of course, on Thursdays, we're going to see Mr. Eddie Villarreal.
Now, why do you have problems saying that?
I have no idea.
I should have problems saying that.
I'm very disappointed in myself right now. We're going to have her Spanish radio show, and then another small business success meetup on the 12th.
Yep.
Another Woodlands luncheon on the 15th. From 11:30 to 1 at Spring Creek Barbecue in Shenandoah as well. And next week, we're also going to see Miss Phyllis Klein on the radio.
That's right, yeah.
Yes, she's a very, very nice lady. I'm excited. Yes. The 17th, our gallery luncheon meeting. Another ribbon cutting for Lumiere Spa on the 17th. We also, for all of our new members, we have our new member orientation That way you get to get all the benefits on everything that you get as being a member, so you can take advantage of all that stuff.
Right.
And again, on the 19th, another small business success meeting.
Yep,
So we
very
got
good.
a lot of stuff. And if you missed any of that, you can always go to My Texas Chamber and check out the calendar, and you can sync it to your Google Calendar. That's
Absolutely.
You're the expert in
Yeah,
that.
if you guys missed the Google Calendar training we did at the chamber meeting a couple weeks ago, that was really, it's interesting, and we're not pushing Google Calendar, but really just pushing the whole idea of a digital calendar so that you can really keep all that stuff synced up with your phone, and you're not having the issues of, well, I left my calendar at home or at the office or at the client's office.
You've changed
That's
my
when
life.
things, yeah, and you've always got everything with you.
Yes.
In fact, there's one other thing coming up. It's October 25th. This is something that people have been asking for a lot at the public speaking seminar that Dr. Carlos is going to put on. Now, that's a free event, but the seating is limited to about 30 people, so registration is required. It's something you're going to have to register. And there's a couple ways to register. You can go out to our website, www.mytexaschamber.com, and then from the menu ribbon, click on News and Events, and then from that, select Calendar. And then you can scroll down, and there's a big blue button that says Event Registration, and that's a shortcut way to get to just the events that require registration. And then you'll see the one for the public speaking. Click on that and fill out your name and information, and then you can actually register. So, like I said, it is free, but because the seating is limited, we're trying to have an idea about how many people are coming. Another way that you can register for that is go straight to the app. So if you have our app, go down to the second button, which is called Events, and then go down, click on October 25th, and then you can register for this event, and it's very similar at that point. So both of those ways is a way to get registered for the event.
And I almost forgot. How can we forget about our gala that's coming up?
Absolutely.
November 16th. It's going to be at the Holiday Inn and Suites in Shenandoah, the same place we're having our Latinas Unlimited meeting tonight. Make sure you get your tickets today. Don't wait. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, and you can also buy tickets from the app. So if, there's no excuse. Wherever you are right now, if you're driving, pull over to the side of the road, pull out your phone, get the app, and order the tickets. I mean, everything you can, if you're a business and you want to sponsor an event, you can sponsor, the wine, the DJ, buy a table of tickets and invite all your coworkers. I mean, this could be a, kind of a night out that you can, a reward, kind of a pre-Christmas type event, and have people come out and actually support the chamber and have a lot of fun, because it's at the Holiday Inn Shenandoah, which is not your father's Holiday Inn. If you've ever been to a Holiday Inn as a kid, this is not that. It's a very upscale, very nice place, so we're looking forward to that very much. So Veronica is here now, so let's bring her in real quick. Veronica, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Doing fine. So real quick, we'll get into some of the more detailed in a second, but what's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
The best way is either for me to text or email me. That's the best way.
Yeah.
So my office number is 832, I'm sorry, that's my cell phone number, 832-661-0135. And my office number is 346-325-1400. And my email is vcorona@homelandtco.com.
Okay, well, very good. So, but the best way is text? you
Text is
said?
the best way. I
Okay.
usually respond faster because if I'm in, appointments, it's
Right.
easier for me to look at my phone and answer.
Great, okay, well, very good. So you're a branch manager for Homeland Title Company, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so for those that may not know, please tell us what Homeland Title does and what's your role there.
Homeland Title, we are in the business of selling title insurance. And
Okay.
my role there is the branch manager. I oversee the staff, payroll, everything that has to do with managing the office, complaints, there's not that many, I promise. There's more concerns or maybe something is left off, but, basically anything that has to do with running the office as smoothly as possible.
Okay. Are there a lot of closures, home closings in your office?
Yes.
Okay.
Ideally, we want everybody to come to our office to close because it's a neutral location, and we can table fund, which means everybody can get paid at the same time.
That's always important, right?
That's very important, very important to all of us.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to get my money.
Yes, exactly.
Right. So what did you do before working for Homeland Title?
I've worked in title for many years. I've been in title just with different title companies.
Okay.
In my 20 plus career. years.
Really? That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So I've been doing title forever. 22
You don't look
years.
like him.
Thank you. Believe me, the years add up. But yeah, it's been 22 years, and it's all I've ever done.
Yeah. So what got you into title work?
I used to work for Mellon Mortgage, who got bought out by Chase, and when Chase bought him out, we got a layoff package.
Okay.
And a friend of mine said, "Hey, you know the documents. Why don't you go apply for title?" I said, "I don't know anything about title." She said, "Well, they're looking for somebody, and you're Hispanic, and they were at that point they wanted Spanish-speaking people because it was a big boom with the refis, and there was a lot of people refinancing, and they had a need for Latinos or Spanish-speaking."
Right.
And so I said, "Okay." So I went and applied, and I got hired on, and I've never left.
We're going to
That's
start
awesome.
learning the lingo. We're going to refi.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Refinance your house.
Pick that up,
Exactly. You see?
So how long has Homeland Title been in business? Because before I
About
met
12
you,
years.
I'd never heard of Homeland Title.
Well,
So.
Homeland is it's about a 12-year-old company.
Okay.
They're out of West Texas, and but our primary market is our big office is in the Clear Lake area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because
So-
I saw on the website there was another office was in Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant is the
Where is
corporate
that?
office.
Where is that? I don't even know
That
where that
is,
is.
yeah, that's like probably going towards Austin. It's in the Hill Country
Oh,
area
okay.
out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's our corporate.
I'd never heard of Mount Pleasant, Texas. I mean, I didn't look on the map or something. But I've got to ask where
Sounds
that
nice.
is. Yeah. Well, if it's in the Hill Country, it's got to be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, everything in Hill Country is nice.
Absolutely. So you've been in title for a long time, right? In the title industry, if you will.
Correct.
So why don't you just briefly explain what title insurance is and why do people need it?
Title insurance is not like regular insurance that you have to renew every year. You purchase title insurance once, and it's purchased at the time of your closing, and it is to protect the title of your property against any defects, any liens, any judgments. It basically gives you a peace of mind.
Okay.
And once you have it, it protects you from the day of closing to the past. So if, let's say, I miss a bill or a tax bill or anything like that, it is covered under the title policy. So it's a peace of mind. It's a different type of insurance, but it is we're still regulated by Texas Department of Insurance.
Okay. So you're insuring the past more than the future.
That is correct. We don't
Okay.
insure the future. We can't because we don't know what's happening, but
Right.
we know what happened in the past. So any defects, encumbrances, liens, judgments, IRS liens, anything like that is covered under the policy.
I think it's
Okay.
funny. I remember I was talking to you last week when we had our meeting at the Woodlands that you were talking about your mom. You're like, Mom, why didn't you get it? What do I do, Mom?
I know it drives me crazy because people, well, why do you need title insurance? Really, Mother? I've only been doing this for 22 years. You're not listening to me. But it is more than anything a peace of mind. And that's what
Absolutely.
people need to understand. At the end of the day, we don't want to take a claim for anything. You know, our policy is less than 1% of the sales price. So we insure a lot for a very small amount.
Right.
So we want to make sure that we, as escrow officers, do our job and our due diligence and make sure everything is cleared up by the time you come to the closing table.
Okay. Well, very good. So you're listening to the Hispanic Chamber Connection. We've been talking with Veronica Corona of Homeland Title. And if you're listening to us on the radio or online, don't forget you can also watch us as a Facebook Live on the Texas Gulf Coast Chamber of Commerce's Facebook page. And when we come back, we're going to ask Veronica about some of the horror stories we've heard about homeowners wiring their closing costs to the wrong people and how a homeowner can protect themselves from the scam. Stay with us.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That's Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on the computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. A Lone Star Community Radio, broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
Does your company have needs that can be met by an employee who is dependable, hardworking, enthusiastic, motivated, cooperative, respectful, and punctual? Conroe Independent School District Special Education Department can meet your needs by connecting you with potential employees that have been preparing for a lifetime of employment. We have numerous individuals seeking paid and unpaid work experiences. If your company is interested in seeing how we can meet your business needs, call Conroe ISD Special Education Department to find the best employees for you at 936-709-7671.
Health Center Southeast Texas is a federally qualified health center. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and most major private insurances. For our self-pay patients, we have a sliding scale discount program available. Our health centers have qualified providers and staff striving every day to provide the best quality of care to our patients. Services offered are family medicine, behavioral health services, telepsychiatry, and pediatrics. We have 4 area locations. Look up the Health Center Southeast Texas online at hcset.com.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Hey guys, this is Connor.
This is Dick.
This is Chris.
And we're with the Ticket Stub Podcast every Thursday live at noon on 104.5 and 106.1 FM in the Conroe area. Also, anytime at irlonestar.com. You go to irlonestar.com/TTS. You can find all of our social media.
And don't forget, we give away 2 tickets to the Grand Theater on every show.
If you like movies and you like complaining or celebrating anything that has to do with the silver screen, check out the Ticket Stub Podcast and join us every Thursday at noon o'clock on Lone Star Community Radio.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Hispanic Chamber Connection, a radio program that features and promotes members of the Texas Gulf Coast Chamber of Commerce. This program is sponsored by Lupe Martinez Insurance Agency, the one you need to know right here in Conroe. If you've never shopped for your insurance rates, it's time. So please give the Lupe Martinez Insurance Agency a call at 936-756-1166. My name is Tom Brody, the Found Money Guy, and if you own a commercial building and you'd like it to work for you by putting money in your pocket, please give me a call at 713-906-3710. I'm joined by another member of the Hispanic Chamber, Janice Marino, also known as My Favorite Stylist. Tell us, Janice, how can people get in touch with you?
People can call or text me at 719-205-4734.
And where's your salon located?
In Old Town Spring, right by the Valero. Super accessible, enough parking.
Okay, awesome.
That's key.
Yeah,
Enough parking.
That's right. So if you have any questions for our guest, Veronica Corona, please post them to our Facebook Live page, which Janice is manning. It's going to be found on our Hispanic Chamber's Facebook page, and that's found at Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber. And Janice will make sure that we ask those questions on the air. We also already had a comment on the Facebook page, right?
Yes, actually, we had somebody, they said, I actually got to use my title insurance. I was given back $17,000 because of a small survey issue. She said, I'm glad I had it.
That's very good. We were just talking at the break. I thought title insurance was mandatory, and it's not in Texas. Is that a state-by-state thing, or do some states require it?
It actually depends if you're getting financing. So if there's a lender involved, the lender's most likely, and I haven't seen one that doesn't,
Yeah.
was going to require title insurance.
Right.
They want to make sure that they're in first position and there's nothing that can affect their interest on the property. So they're going to require it.
Yeah, okay.
If you're doing a cash transaction, you don't necessarily have to do it, but why wouldn't you? It's peace of mind.
I couldn't imagine.
That's what I was telling her. I said, I've bought in 2 homes. They said, title insurance. What's this for? Just in case. Okay. We're good. Let's sign this.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Just in case. Just in case.
So when we went to break, we were talking about some of the scams that people have heard about. You see on the internet and things like that, where people they get this random email and says, "Here, wire your money to this address," and it's somebody, not the title company, right?
That is correct.
So how does somebody protect themselves from doing something like that?
Well, first of all, most of us in title are no longer going to ask the client to send in a wire.
Okay.
Most of us were going to ask for a cashier's check. So if you have the title company that says you must wire money, call that title company, double check the wiring instructions when you're at the bank. Doesn't hurt. Hey, you know what? I'm at the bank now. I just want to confirm your wiring instructions, because that happened to me before, where a lady called me. It was after work. It was like 5:55 or something. I was driving, and she calls me. She says, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm at the bank now, and I'm trying to wire the money, but I need to confirm your wiring instructions." Because I said, "Well, why are you wiring it now?" And she said, "Well, I got an email from you that said I had to wire the money today." I said, "You didn't get an email from me.
I didn't send you anything.
And she said, "Yes, you did." I said, "No, ma'am, I promise you I didn't send that to you, because I always ask for a cashier's check." And she said, really? And I said, forward the email to me. Well, I can access my emails on my phone. So I saw there was a letter off in my email address.
Wow.
Oh, sneaky,
And she
sneaky.
would have, and it happens all the time. And it's not just a small title company. It happens to the big title companies, where they just switch a letter out in your email, and then they send you wire instructions. You don't call to confirm. You send your money out. Then what do we do? How do we get it back?
Scammers.
Yeah, and if they call us that same day, a lot of the times we can stop that
Stop
wire
before it happens.
right away. But if you wait till the next day to confirm wire, those people are already gone and pulled the money out. There's nothing you can do.
Wow. How long? I mean, is this fairly recent?
I'm going to
Among
say
this?
probably in the last 4 or 5 years, it has
Okay.
become something that we are all very skeptical of. And a lot of the agents and our clients may get upset because now we send encrypted emails, and it's for their safety. But they get irritated. You log in and you have to log in a code
Right.
and a password to get in, and so people get upset about it. But it's really for their
Protection.
protection.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Call the title company, guys.
Yes, we will not ask you to send a wire. We were going to ask you for a cashier's check. Now, the wire option is available, but double check. Call and confirm the wiring instructions.
Yeah, I mean, I just know that from firsthand, in buying homes, that closing is really a stressful and at the same time exciting time. So, in your experience, are homeowners becoming more educated in the type of questions they ask about title insurance?
It depends. It depends. I mean, I know this.
Sounds like a lawyer. All right. It depends.
Well, there's a certain sales price that you could say you are going to have a not so savvy buyer, and
Okay.
then you go past a certain sales price, and they're very knowledgeable. They've bought 2 or 3 houses. They know what they're going down the road with. There's nothing that's going to surprise them. When they're under a certain price range, it is their first time. Most of them are going to be first time home buyers, and they don't know. And they don't know. They don't understand the process, because especially if you're not from the United States, the process is very different in our countries or in Latin America, for example.
Right. So what questions should homeowners be asking of a title company?
Well, most title companies are going to be state regulated. There's not one that isn't. There is a difference between a direct operations and a fee office. Fee offices are ran by attorneys, so
Okay.
their guidelines are a little different. They still have to follow the majority of the guidelines as everybody else. But are you a fee office? Are you a direct branch? Because that could affect you on fees. We're state regulated, so we are mandated as to what we can charge, what we can't charge,
Okay.
what we can do, and what we can't do. We're very regulated to give everybody in the industry the opportunity to have that service. So
Right.
it's but I would ask that our biggest thing would be, what is your turn time? How quick can we close? And what is your escrow fee? That's really the only thing that's going to separate one title company from another.
Okay. All
That's
right.
it.
Very good. So I know that actual closings are usually held at a title company's offices, right? That's
That
what
is
you
correct.
prefer, but not always, right?
No.
Have you had an unusual location that you can tell us about?
Oh my God, yes. I've closed people at the hospital before.
Oh my God, really?
Yes. I've closed people at hospitals. I've closed them at just about every restaurant you could think of. But it has to be definitely the hospital one was amazing to me.
Was there like a baby being delivered or what?
No, I think the guy had an accident,
Oh, no.
and he had to close that day because they weren't going to extend his contract, and he had been in the hospital. So his agent calls, says, "Please, Veronica, please." And I said, "Okay." So I just went out there and closed them, and we were able to get it done. But
Whatever it takes.
whatever
Get
it
that
takes,
money.
whatever it takes. Well, we've closed people at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning too. So
Goodness.
yeah.
So being in the hospital is not an excuse for extending a contract like that?
Unless you can't write.
Well,
Unless
Plus, both
can.
of your hands are broken.
Exactly. Yeah. Other than that, and we can, verify your identification. You're good.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know that you're a relatively new member of the Hispanic Chamber. So I was going to ask you, what attracted you to the chamber?
I think I like the camaraderie, the fact that every time you go, there is something on there that's going to educate you.
Yeah.
Maybe not all the times it applies to something that I need, but at least I'm learning in case I meet someone that may need that. And then I'm
Right.
like, I just went and I heard about this. Let me guide you to the right person. And there's a big variety of people at these chamber meetings, and it's not necessarily just entitled, but in every aspects of business, and that you never know when you'll need their help. I mean, I've had
It's
several
well-rounded.
calls. Yeah. And I've had several people call me now that I'm there, and they know that I'm titled, and they ask me questions, and I'm getting those from the chamber. So I think it's a good networking.
Okay. So you've actually got some business from being in the chamber? That's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have.
So where do the majority of your customers come from? Word of mouth, networking, social media?
Networking, networking and word of mouth. Yeah. Social media. I'm trying to do that more often. So that people that are outside of my circle know exactly what I do. Because apparently my mother doesn't know what I do. So. I have to put her on my.
That's frustrating though, because you're like a boss lady, like epitome. So you're running things at your title company, right? You're trying to do your networking with the Hispanic Chamber. You have to stay on social media, and you have to balance your work life
And my personal life somewhere and all that.
Have a personal life.
Or try to have a personal life.
And I mean, this whole time I was like, how is she doing it? How does she look so great? She doesn't even look tired.
It's called the sleeping pill at night that the doctor gave me, because for a while there I was going through that insomnia because there was a lot going on in my head. And I finally went to the doctor, and he said, you have severe chronic insomnia. So now at about 9:30, 10 o'clock, I pop my pill in. An hour later, I'm asleep, and I'm up again, just
face down. Nobody can call you.
Nobody
after you
can
take
call
that pill.
me. Exactly. I don't even hear anybody at that time. So I hope nobody has an emergency. Because
Oh, so is it hard to like balance everything? Like, have
it
you found
is
it?
because a lot of people, when you go to work, you clock in, you clock out, you go to work, and you're at that mindset. But when you're in my industry, your brain is always functioning. You're always thinking, did I miss this? Did I miss that? Oh my God, I had to call somebody back. But sometimes, for instance, if I'm in a closing, I program my closings an hour apart. But if that closing from the beginning, from the first closing shows up late, I'm already running behind on everything.
Yeah.
So that means I can't access my emails. I may lose a whole day, so I spend the afternoon trying to reply to everybody, and I can't always get to everybody. I do try my hardest, though. I do.
Yeah.
It's hard.
You're rocking it though.
I'm trying.
You're rocking
Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying.
Okay. Well, you're listening to the Hispanic Chamber Connection. We've been talking with Veronica Corona from the Homeland Title Company. And when we come back, we're going to ask Veronica about what she feels is the biggest misconception some people may have about title insurance and the entire closing process. Stay with us.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Statistics show that 1 out of every 6 Texans struggles with food insecurity and hunger. And many people don't eat enough fruits and vegetables every day. The Better Living for Texans program is here to help you learn how to make healthy menu choices, save money at the grocery store, prepare quick and delicious meals, get more good nutrition in your day, and get more physical activity. Classes are fun, friendly, interactive, and free, and taught in English and Spanish. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
A Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Hispanic Chamber Connection, a radio program that features and promotes members of the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. This program is sponsored by the Lupe Martinez Insurance Agency, the one you need to know, right here in Conroe. So if you've never shopped for your insurance rates, please give the Lupe Martinez Insurance Agency a call at 936-756-1166. My name is Tom Brody, the Found Money Guy, and if you own a commercial building and we'd like it to work for you by putting some money in your pocket, please give me a call at 713-906-3710. I'm joined by another member of the Hispanic Chamber, Janice Marino, also known as My Favorite Stylist. Janice, tell us where your salon's located again.
Old Town Spring.
Yeah, and how do people get, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
To text me. You
And
can call
that
me too, but
text
my
number is what?
719-205-4734.
Okay. If you have questions for our guest, Veronica Corona, please post them to our Facebook Live feed, which can be found on the Hispanic Chamber's Facebook page at Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber. And Janice is manning that, and she'll make sure that we ask those questions on the air. So when we left to break, we kind of teased up the question about the biggest misconception people have about title insurance and the whole closing process. So in your experience, what is that?
I think the biggest misconception, they think that title insurance is very expensive.
Okay.
And so they don't know what's its purpose, why do I need it? Or that they have to renew it every year. So that first, like I know I told you guys this earlier, but our policy is less than 1% of the sales price.
Right.
So, for, a $150,000 home, you're probably paying $1,300, a little bit past $1,300 for, peace of mind. We spend more than that on other things that don't give you peace of mind. So I don't understand why people don't want it. You only have to purchase it once, and it's purchased at the time of the sale or purchase of your home. It's not, you can't purchase it afterwards just because you want it. We don't do that. So you have to purchase it at the time of the sale. We can do other products, but it won't have title insurance attached to it.
Okay.
So that's one of the things people understand. Oh, I don't get it now, I'll get it later, like car insurance or homeowner's insurance. It doesn't work that way. We have to do it at the time. And in order for you to get title insurance, we have to clear up any issues on title. So that's the problem, is that if we're not making a policy off of it, we're not going to clear the title issues. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Right.
So, and you'd be surprised how many title issues are out there that people don't even know about, especially if you're buying outside of the suburbs, and if you're buying within the city of Houston. There's so many liens that appear that people don't know. They think, oh God, the people in the city of Houston sure are nice. They came and, cut my yard. Yeah, for a fee. And they file judgments. They file liens against the property. And by the time you know it, that $30 bill will increase to $1,500, $1,600 because you let it go 10 years.
Wait. Let me understand this. So how do people find out about something's wrong with their lien? Like, at what point do you let me call my, you know what I mean? It's not like regular insurance. So you get in a car accident and then you could just call this number. Like, how does that work?
When you're purchasing a property. So if you're purchasing a property, the reason why they require title insurance is specifically for that reason, for the unknown that you may not know. You don't want to purchase a property from a seller who's backed up on homeowner association dues, any liens from the city. So how do you know that all those are taken care of? You get title insurance, and that is our job. Our job is to do a deep, in-depth search. And I'm not talking just the last 5 years, that's the last 20 years. We go back to sovereignty of the soil, and we run the chain all the way to present day.
Sovereignty of the soil.
That means when they parted out the lands. I mean, you'll be surprised. Some of the deeds here will go back to when this was still Mexico, and you used to have to go back to the Republic of Mexico. So you'd be surprised, and people don't understand that. They think, oh, they're just going back to the last time they had a transaction on their property. No, we go way back.
But y'all don't go way back until after you buy the insurance.
Well, the insurance is purchased at closing. So what the process is that you get under contract, the contract is brought to the title company, and when you bring us the contract, then we begin our search. That way we know that we're not just doing any work for no reason, right? We all work for money, correct?
Yeah,
So
sure.
that's what we do. So once you bring the contract, then we will start our due diligence and do all our research. And then we're going to produce a report. It's called a title commitment. And it'll tell you everything that we found on the property, including deed restrictions, any, utility easements, all that stuff that people may not know about. You think you just buy a property, but you have utilities that have to go there. And so where do they run? The back, the front, the side, all that is disclosed on the title commitment. So it's a lot of product for what I think is very minimal. I think they should raise the rates, but
Don't say that. Don't say that. Now, does it work the same on if somebody bought property and had like a construction loan and actually had the house built?
yes, it's the same thing.
Because I ran into an issue, and I luckily it all worked out, but we had built a house and did a construction loan, and our general contractor, not a big company, and he hadn't paid some of his subcontractors, right? So about 2 months into us living in the home, we get a knock at the door, like at 9:30 at night. It was a constable, presenting us with a lawsuit that some of these contractors were coming against us. Of course, they hadn't, the issue was they didn't file in time, so their whole liens were invalid, but still, when a constable shows up at your house at
You get
9:30
scary.
at night, my kids are screaming and everything else. It was kind of scary. So that's the reason you want to have the title insurance.
Well, on those construction loans, there's also an affidavit that says that the commencement hasn't started. So when you have those loans, nothing is to start on that property until after that date.
Yeah.
So if they did it before and whoever was the contractor didn't disclose it, they could have a judgment against the property. But again, at that point, you would be covered under the title policy, but we would turn around and go back after that person that did that work.
Right.
So even though we cover it, we still have to recoup the money. So you have to file lawsuits and, get all the other stuff done that you may not always see.
Yeah, that was the one thing that, we didn't know, and the contractor said, yeah, all my guys are paid, and no, they weren't. So
No.
it's one of those things. Of course, you never know what's going to happen in those things. So, okay. So I know that title companies do a lot more than just handle title insurance, and you kind of mentioned this a little bit before, but what do you think is your best success story where you, Homeland Title went above and beyond, to save the day for a customer?
God, there's so many of those. You'd be surprised how many. Okay, I'll tell you right now. I have this lady who just called me the other day and said she was going to do an owner-to-owner deal where there was no realtors involved. She got it. They wrote up a contract. She had a contract and a financing statement and calls me and says, I just need to know, do I have title to this property? And I said, wow, based on what you've given me so far, I only see a contract, but I don't know. So what we did is we just did a brief glance, just pulled the last deed of record, and she wasn't entitled. At this point, I called her back and I said, you're not entitled. And she says, what do you mean? I said, you're not entitled. There's nothing of record that says that you are buying this property from XYZ. And she said, But how's that possible? I gave him $25,000.
Oh my gosh.
And I said, well, where did you go to close? She said, at a notary. And I said, well, that's the problem. I said, there's a lot of notaries out there, but they're not with the title company. And notaries are just going to do that. They just witness a signature on a document. They are not going to give you title insurance. They're not going to go and do what needs to be done so you have free and clear title. So long story, we spoke with I called the seller and I said, hey, we pulled this. You have a lien against the property with somebody else. You need to take care of that, and we need to put this lady in title. So now we did a new contract. The title work is getting open to, done correctly, and we'll do all the right steps so that she has free and clear title. But she's already been sitting on this property for about a year, making payments, and she's not the owner.
Wow. That's
Exactly.
a lot. That's
Oh, yeah, it's
that's
a
a
lot.
lot of
And it happens.
information. I'm sitting here like,
It happens a lot.
so was it her house? So where'd the money go?
She didn't have anything. At this point, her only if he hadn't agreed to go this route with the title insurance and a valid contract, then her next step would have been to go through an attorney to take care of it for her.
Wow.
Yeah, and it happens a lot. It happens. You'd be surprised how many times it happens.
So the notary just took money from her. That's crazy. I was
Oh,
telling
yeah.
my mom I should be a notary. I'm not gonna be taking money from
Anybody
her.
can be a notary.
Wow.
Yeah, and the notary's not guaranteeing
Yeah.
anything. He's just saying,
Exactly.
this person, I know this person is who they say they are, and I saw them sign.
That's it.
That's all they're doing.
They're
And
witnessing.
that's crazy that they collected money from her. Wow.
Oh, and the one thing, she had the proof. But that's one. There's also the ones where people come and say, oh, my mother passed away, and I bought this property from the heir to that property. Well, how do you know that person's heir to the property? Well, that's their daughter. That doesn't mean she's the only heir.
Right.
If there's 4 or 5 brothers, all 4 and 5 brothers may have interest in that property. So people don't understand that that's exactly what title insurance does. We take all the right steps to make sure that there's no question about who is the owner of the property.
Okay. Y'all
Okay.
create that clear path. Like, you are the owner.
And
you're on
this
the
is
title.
why all
Or
the
you're not the owner,
Oh,
right?
you are
Exactly, you're not the owner. And those happen too. Those
Yeah.
happen too. So, I
Wow.
mean, the horror stories are endless, guys.
That's crazy.
And I'm sure you guys have heard several of them. So.
Yeah. Well, can a homeowner choose their title company, or should they go with whoever gets suggested by the lender or the realtor? Or
Well, it's, now
can
that's a
choose?
debate. That's a debate, I think, there's nothing that says that the seller has to choose the title company, but in the industry, it's a norm that if the seller's paying the title policy, then the seller is going to choose the title company. But that's not written in stone. Like everything on the contract, everything is negotiable. And if you have a relationship or you feel more comfortable with a certain title company, or you want a name brand, because I don't understand why, because title insurance is title insurance is title insurance. You can close with First American, close with the Republic. They're all underwriters. We're all insured under those. So I'm Homeland Title, but we are insured under all these big title companies. So if you said, Veronica, I want to close with you, but my buyer really wants a name brand, who do they want to close with? Oh, so-and-so. Chances are they're one of our underwriters. We can underwrite that policy. There it is. But even if it's just a title insurance company that you don't know about, that they don't ever go under. So if that company ceased to exist tomorrow, that title policy is carried over by the state. So you still have coverage.
Okay.
yeah.
So it never appears in your if you have a valid title policy, you have a valid title policy regardless.
So you're saying, like, I don't necessarily have to, like, if I want to do my title with you, I can go tell them, like, oh, no, I have somebody. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yes.
Because everybody's pretty much there for the greater good.
That's
of
right.
title insurance.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right.
So it's
I'm
it's
learning so
negotiable.
much.
Well, if you guys want to learn more, you can always reach out to me.
And what's your phone number?
My cell phone number is 832-661-0135, and my office number is 346-325-1400.
Fantastic.
Awesome. So what do you think sets Homeland Title really apart from other title companies out there?
I think, I've worked at several title companies throughout my life, and what I can tell you is that it's got a more of a family feel to it, that we're genuinely out for, to help each other out, and we're going to go above and beyond because people are not just a number to us. So, we have to go out and get business. So we're going to try to set ourselves apart based on our customer service, because that's really what we can offer you. We're all going to offer you the same product, but it's how you get it served,
Right.
the customer service behind it. So
Right. And
I
being,
think
being ready to go and close at a hospital or
exactly.
After
Who else is going to
hours.
go? Exactly.
Yeah.
After hours, we're going to do everything to facilitate your closing, Granted, sometimes at the end of the month, it can be complicated because, as you guys know, in this industry, it's very hard. The last week of the month is when most of us are trying to close out books, so it may be hard, but we are going to do everything possible to make your closing as smooth and as convenient as possible to, buyer and seller.
Okay, well, very good. So you are listening to the Hispanic Chamber Connection. We've been talking with Veronica Corona from Homeland Title Company. When we come back, we're going to ask Veronica to recap the services she offers and tell us the best way to reach her. Stay with us.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Lone Star Boxer Rescue is a nonprofit organization serving Montgomery County and surrounding areas, dedicated to the health and well-being of the boxer breed. Lone Star Boxer Rescue is run and managed 100% by volunteers since 1999. Our main objective is to rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome boxers that come to us from many sources, including local animal shelters, owner surrenders, and strays. For more information about Lone Star Boxer Rescue, visit our website at lsbr.org.
Hey, Montgomery County and online listeners. Thank you so very much for checking out Jazzy Vibes with Soul. What? You haven't done so yet? Well, you've got to tune in. Hi, I am the host of Jazzy Vibes with Soul, Miss CeCe Holmes, and I invite you to check us out every Friday and Saturday from 7 until 9 p.m., where you will get the best in old school R&B, and of course, a little smooth jazz to make it jazzy. So tune in. That's right, tune in every Friday and Saturday right here on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM, or worldwide at irlongstar.com.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Hispanic Chamber Connection, a radio program that features and promotes members of the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. The program is sponsored by the Lupe Martinez Insurance Agency, the one you need to know, right here in Conroe. If you've never shopped your insurance rates, please give Lupe Martinez Insurance Agency a call at 936-756-1166. My name is Tom Brody, the Found Money Guy, and if you own a commercial building and you'd like it to work for you by putting some money in your pocket, please give me a call at 713-906-3710. As always, we're joined by another member of the Hispanic Chamber, Janice Marino, also known as My Favorite Stylist. Janice, tell people the best way to get in touch with you.
You can call or text me at 719-205-4734.
Very good. So if you have questions for our guests, please post them on our Facebook live stream, which can be found at the Hispanic Chamber's Facebook page at Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber, and Janice will make sure that we ask those questions on the air. Have we got any other questions?
Actually, no. We just have some hyping. She said that she had bought, the lady who spoke earlier,
Right.
She said that she had bought her property cash. And that she was really, really glad that she chose to have it, like you were talking about.
Because it wasn't required.
Because it wasn't required.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Veronica, please kind of summarize what you guys do again and the best way to reach you.
We are in the business of title insurance, so we are going to make sure that any liens, judgments, encumbrances on your title policy or on your property are taken care of, so that you have peace of mind when you walk away from the closing table. You're going to walk away and know nobody else can claim interest on that property.
Very good.
So that's our primary job, and also I am bilingual, so if you want service in your language,
In Espanol,
we offer that. And I'm fluent. I just don't say that. I'm fluent and I don't speak it. I speak it very fluently, and I had an advantage because I was part of the first American team that did adverse marketing, so I learned the correct real estate Spanish. So it's very different.
Oh, okay.
So it's different.
Awesome. All right. So, what's the best way to reach you?
You can reach me on my cell phone, 832-661-0135, or the office number, 346-325-1400.
Very good. So, Janice, tell us who's on the radio show next week.
Miss Phyllis Klein, the CBD granny. She is so much fun.
Yeah, and she's got a great story, too. She really does. So, and speaking of upcoming events, why don't you tell us again what's coming up this week at the Chamber, especially tonight?
Okay, so remember, tonight is our Latinas Unlimited, a special meeting featuring Miss Keitha Paget. She's going to be talking about her book, Braving Mountains, how to, balance your work life, your personal life, all the family, everything that goes with it. So, ladies, you're welcome. You don't have to be part of the chamber. It's going to be at 5:30 at the Holiday Inn and Suites in Shenandoah. And also, I want to welcome all the new members and remind them that the new member orientation is going to be October 18th at the chamber office at 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. If you want to find more information about all the other events that we got going on, it's going to be mytexaschamber.com, and you can look at the calendar.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is the chamber office at?
That's a good point. It's up in the Woodlands.
I'm just saying, because I don't know where it's at, and I'm a new member.
It's in the Woodlands. And actually, if you go to the calendar and on that event, it'll have the address.
Okay, perfect.
So that's the best way to do it. So actually, we haven't been to the new chamber office because he's in a multi-use space, and they've had some medical issues. So most of the multi-use space has been taken over by this one hospital that's been using it. So I think by that time, the overcrowding will be resolved. So he'll have office space. So we're looking forward to that. So you've come to the end of our show this week. We've been listening to the Hispanic Chamber Connection on Lone Star Community Radio at 104.5 and 106.1 FM. This program is sponsored by the Lupe Martinez Insurance Agency, the one you need to know right here in Conroe. I hope you'll tune in next week, Tuesday at 2 p.m., as we learn all about CBD oil from the CBD Granny. My name is Tom Brody, the Found Money Guy, for myself and Janice Marino, also known as My Favorite Stylist. We wish everyone a great day and a very profitable week, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye, guys.